another packed Halloween episode tonight. I've got Bratzillaz, I've got Monster High, Brat's Halloween, Micheal Meyers, Halloween movie review recommendations, the Wolfman, the Munsters. It goes on and on and on. Stay tuned. Welcome back to another jam-packed Halloween episode 2, and a very special one. We've got lots to get through this evening, so I'm just going to start. I've got lots of Monster High and Bratzillaz dolls, because all you've got to do is scatter a few of them around and all of a sudden you've decorated for Halloween. They're awesome. To start with, in the middle here, I've got the Bratzillaz. I don't know their names. I'm going to read them off a fashion pack I got, which is this one at the front here, the red one, which was actually quite expensive on eBay. But they're the dolls at the back. Can you get that, Mamacita? And this red outfit at the front's called Blood Red Charm. It's supposed to be for a Sacha Bella pause, but it's on somebody else. The names of them are Jade Dior, Giador or whatever, Megana Broomsticks, Sacha Bella Paws, Yasmina Clairvoyant, and Cleoletta Spalletta. These were to come out because Monster High came out and almost decimated the Bratz. So these were brought out in competition to the Monster High, and I think they did a really good job. They've got beautiful glass inset eyes and beautiful costumes. I'll hold the two up at the back up too. Got that? So I've got these are all car boots except for the outfit at the front, which I got her naked and she needed something, so I got this, and they go out on Halloween. Some of the Monster High ones also go out on Halloween, not all of them because there's too many. These are some of my favourites. The ones over here, I've got some of the hybrids. Here and here. The Frankie at the front, that beautiful settee she's sitting on, that's not Monster High. That's I got that at a car boot, and it's actually quite solid and breakable, but it matches her so well. That's what she sits on. And I like the cat ones, the ones based on the cat family. They're beautiful. And over on this side here, when Mamacita's done close-upping, I really like the Egyptian-looking line of, what was she called? Nefertera and... oh, I can't remember, there's too many. I've got way more of those which I'd like to show you, but there's only a couple out there. The Big Girl, which was a Builder Monster High doll, I've got a couple of those, they're cool. And just on the side, here's a Bratz Halloween which I made the broomstick. Lots of pencil and sticks and string and hot glue and glitter tape. Works quite well if you don't look too close. So, and I've got way more Monster High. If I've got time tonight, I'll do them. I just don't know. If it's not tonight, it will be another time. But there's a lot more dolls and the Haunt the High halls and a few more other play sets. So for the time being, I didn't plan to go through the dolls individually because it just takes too long. So that's just a nice little collection. Also, up the top here, I've shown this in one of my What's in My Box videos. This is Galliope, and she's like a giant Monster High doll. She's beautiful. Not complete, but there are a few of these, and this is the only one I got. Got her for $2 at a car boot. She was quite cool. So, you can go back up there. So that's it. I'm just going to quickly change to some more Monster High, I think, if we've got time. Let's see. And here is... this is my Monster High Haunt the Halls huge fold-out play set. I would show you the other side, but it's just too hard at the moment. But this is it, fully set up. Not all the accessories, because it just took too long. Some of the favourite dolls are all here. My favourite one is actually Gil in his wheelchair, the merman. And he's got everything, his backpack on his wheelchair and his packed lunch and his goggles. He's beautiful. And I don't know if they're the same person, but he's got legs, so just they may be related. So, but yeah, he's my favourite, and all these others are really cool too. So I'll just let you have a bit of a close-up look. I do have other play sets and the Draculaura car, etc., but that'll have to be another time. And I like her as well, because she's on roller skates.
You're not filming.
With fluoro wheels. I wish I knew all their names. It's just, I can't remember. Monster High, Bratz, Mycene, Bratzillaz. There's just too many girls to remember. That was Sally. She's late again. Magically we've reappeared. This is that huge playset folded up. This is the front of it, and it folds up into that. Isn't that incredible? So I thought I'd give you a look at the front of that. And there's just a few lockers. This is the Draculaura on her scooter with some beautiful bone detail. Oh, and the backbone. And we've got Draculaura in her beautiful car. And this is like a cafe playset, and that's how she cuts her sandwiches, with a guillotine. And there's some food. I can't remember her name. If you know her name out there, let me know down below. I can't remember. Well, I can't remember hardly any of them. I know she's Frankie in a little cafe playset, and that other like Gill guy. And I did have lots more, but I have sold them. So now I've shown these, I may sell a bit more and make some more room. So now we're done with the dollies and time to get into the guts of some serious Halloween stuff. With Halloween, John Carpentar's famous 1978 movie, which the rest is history. The incredible theme song. This is the CD I've had. I can't remember when I got it. I got it years ago, but that's the original soundtrack. It's a classic. And of course, all the other Halloween movies that came along with it, to which, whenever I used to watch Halloween, I watched 1 and 2 together because they flow, and I think they're both like one big long movie. So in the new one, which I just saw and is brilliant, I highly recommend it. No spoilers, but it's really, really good. Everything I was hoping it was going to be. So yeah, the Halloween, Jamie Lee Curtis, 2018, go and have a look. It's excellent. And of course, there's all the other movies, 1, 2. I haven't got 3 here because even though it's called Halloween 3, it has nothing to do with Michael Myers. It's a different movie. A good movie in its own right, but I just don't include it in this collection. Excuse me for a sec, the phone again. Yes, hello, caller. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, well, Aussies are starting to do Halloween now. It's taken them a long time, but we're just starting to get into it. I've done it, as I said in my last video, for quite a few years now, but everyone's finally catching up with me. So it's happening in little spots, little communities, but if you went door to door, you wouldn't really be successful. So you've got to go where you can really tell where people are doing it. So thank you for your call. Bye-bye. And the caller just also asked about if I had any animatronic Halloween decorations, which I don't, because they're just, I know they're expensive in America and Canada and etc., but they're really expensive over here, so I just don't bother. Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, it's Sally.
Hi.
Hi, Sal.
So sorry, I'm late.
You're here with Dog.
Yes.
Have a seat.
Really?
Sorry about the interruption. So, so I don't have animatronic figures, but I have lots of decorations, and I'm a qualified, certified visual merchandiser. So I do a pretty good Halloween night and display. So, but going back to Halloween, there was also the Rob Zombie Halloween done, which these cool figures are based on. They're okay. The new one was way better. This will probably be forgotten. And his sequel... Oh, let me show you Micheal Meyers as well. Let me turn him on. He's such a beautiful figure. Turn on. Where is he? Come on, work. It was just working. Ah! So he's motion censored and you walk in front of it and he plays the theme. His head turns. So that knife isn't the original knife. It didn't come with a knife because I got it at a car boot. But that's a G.I. Joe knife. It's the biggest one I could find, so I hope it doesn't look too silly. But this is from that movie because he also comes with his first mask in the movie that he has on with the Myers gravestone. But Rob Zombie's sequel, Halloween 2, don't bother. It's awful. Who wants it? I need that out of my collection. So, and this is a little Micheal Meyers Funko Pop, which my friend Christina gave me. It's the only Funko Pop I've got because I'm not really into them. I really don't see the fascination, and they're huge. Can you see that?
Oh wow.
These are so popular and huge with collectors.
What's their history?
With every single pop character, there's any movie, any series, they've got Funko Pops.
Funko Pop.
And I don't get them. They're kind of cute, but I wouldn't want 100 of them.
Yeah.
You know. So that's Micheal Meyers. Now, just get rid of these.
Is there a new Halloween coming out?
I've already done that.
Jason.
Yeah, but nice. But no, I've already done that. You've missed out. But what else can you ask? Oh, not yet. We'll have some creepy music.
Is that supposed to be Jason Voorhees? That dog?
No, Jason was Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
This is Micheal Meyers from Halloween.
Micheal Meyers. Is that the funny guy?
No, that's yeah, Austin Powers.
Yeah.
Mike Myers. Yeah, not Micheal Meyers.
Oh, too.
Hello, puppy dog.
Hello.
Hello, Millie. Hello, darling. And next we have my beautiful Wolfman figure, which I do have the box for, but I just can't get to it right now. But I've had this for over 20 years, sometime in the 90s. I can't even remember what brand it was that did a Universal Movies Munsters release. And his detail is beautiful. He balances on the log only just with a bear trap. And there's even little fungi growing on the wood. But he's a great figure. He's very poseable. Many points of articulation. And his beautiful Wolfman face. So he's very much like the 1930s, 40s Wolfman. I can't remember now. 30s, I think it is. So that's the Wolfman. Okay. By the way, if you can hear munching, it's Sally's dog having a bit of a nibble. So if you hear some strange munching, it's not us, it's the dog. Now the Munsters. This is my beautiful Herman Munster doll. He came, I got him in the 90s as well. It came in a twin pack with Lily Munster, but the flatmate I had at the time, he wanted the Lily Munster and I wanted this, so we went halvies, and I got the Herman and he got the Lily Munster, which she would be great to have today. But that's my Herman, which comes out every single Halloween with my portrait. And the DVD, this is one of the first shows like The Flying Nun that I remember watching on television, and I loved it. This is the whole first season. So this is good for, very family friendly for Halloween. So that's my Herman Munster. So finally, to finish up with some Halloween movie reviews from my little collection. A family friendly one that anybody can watch, from '92 I think it is, Hocus Pocus. With Bette Midler, Kathy Najimy, and Sex and the City chick, Sarah Jessica Parker. I love this movie. It's very popular. They're actually doing a remake with none of the same cast. I don't know when it's coming out, but it is finally happening. So that's that one. And just, there's always time for Bewitched, especially over Halloween. Family friendly, get the kids into it, a new generation. Do you remember Bewitched, Sarah?
I love Bewitched.
Isn't she beautiful? So I never met Elizabeth Montgomery, and I so wish I did.
What was the husband's name?
Darren, the
Darren,
two Darrens in
yeah,
the show. Yeah, there
yeah.
were two Darrens.
What was his real name?
Dick York, and
York.
Dick Sargent was the second one.
Okay, thanks.
So yes. And then onto some serious stuff. Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. If you haven't seen it, it's a definite must. It's such a classic. They did do a remake, word for word, scene for scene, but in colour and new actors. Why bother? Really, why bother? So stick to the original. There was a series of these, but this is the best. And then continuing on with our Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds. Stay up, Tippy. The Birds is a classic. I loved this as a kid. This is my little framed thing of poor Tippy Hedren getting attacked. Little seaside village getting completely, nearly obliterated by some seaside birds. It's a great movie. Have you seen The Birds?
I haven't seen the
Oh,
birds.
Sal, we're going to have a Birds night.
I have to have the birds.
We'll have a Birds night.
Great.
So that's The Birds. And then getting on to later on with like Micheal Meyers, we have Jason Voorhees with the Friday the 13th. There's a heap of them. I haven't got them all, but there's Freddy versus Jason. That's a documentary which I highly recommended. His name is Jason. And that's the remake. No, it's not. That's the 2-disc special edition of the original. That's right. So if you want a bit of blood and guts, 80s slasher, there's that. And then of course a Halloween, any Stephen King movie really, just take your pick. We've got Carrie, the original, and they also did a remake, which I actually really liked. I thought it was good. But they both deserve a place. You can't beat Sissy Spacek, but I like the remake. And then there's Carrie Rage 2, which, yeah. And Cujo. And I did Christine in the last video. Maximum Overdrive. And that would be a good movie redone. The Shining, I think that's the second one, the remake. And The Mist, which is brilliant. There's a lot of cast from The Walking Dead in this. So there's those. And the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre with Leatherface is a classic. And the remake gets it gets panned a lot, but I thought it was really good. And the sequel to that also, I thought was really good. And the Amityville Horror, that's always good. The original, that scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. And the remakes, yeah, you know. And the original Poltergeist, that was really well done for its time, and the remake's alright. And on the lines of Christine, but this was like from '77, about another killer car possessed by something evil in the middle of the desert. And it's cheap and it's kind of bad, but I still like it. It's fun to put on every now and again with this big black hearse kind of killer car. So look that up, give it a look. And for really grossness is the original Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2 by people deformed by nuclear fallout in the desert, and they're cannibals. And there's part 1 and part 2 made in the 70s, and then they did remakes. And the remakes are excellent, I thought, parts 1 and 2. Really, really worth a look. And you've got all the Chucky series, that's just the seed of Chucky, but they're doing a new Chucky, so that'll be really worth seeing. I don't have a Chucky doll yet, I'd really like a Chucky doll. So there's that. And just a modern one, which I think is really well done, is Ghost Ship. So that's, the effects on that are really good. And also what I didn't get, the House of Wax, the new House of Wax, with Paris Hilton. And she gets killed spectacularly. It's worth watching the movie just to see her.
Yay. Good.
Yeah. Sorry, Paris, but yeah. So just a few more movies you might want to consider having a look at over this scary season. So that's about it. Finally, a huge episode. I hope it wasn't too long. We've got Halloween 3 coming up, which will be the filming of Halloween Night. So that will be interesting. As I said, we've got baby Jane Hudson making an appearance. And I told them that Susan Sarandon was busy, so we've got somebody else. So yes. So thank you very much. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Leave comments. And we'll see you very soon. Halloween for Halloween. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Oh, hi, Roberto.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Like, you know, really? Good night.